Yes, guys, this is my instant reaction as England wins 6-2 in the end against Iran in our opening game of the World Cup. A big win, a big 3 points. Put on my black and white sunglasses for a second. A fantastic game for Kieran Trippier. It's so good. And Mr. Callum Wilson comes on the pitch, gets himself an assist. I wish he had a shot. I wish he had shot, but he gets a great assist. Take my black and white glasses off for a second again. Big win for England. Going in, the lineups come out, and I know Southgate gets a little bit of stick. Is it 3 at the back? Is it 4 at the back? Is it 5 at the back? I think he looked at this game, and bearing in mind, I think it's his last tournament, regardless of whether he wins, loses, whatever. I think he genuinely thought, I need to go for this. We need to go for this. Iran are the lowest ranked team in this group. And had we gone out with 5 at the back with 2 holding midfielders, it's inviting the pressure. We have the squad. We have the players. We went out there and we got the job done. I should say that I am stood just around the corner from the gate in Newcastle. Actually started the night off in Wunderbar. I'll be honest, I was having a cup of tea and biscuits probably about an hour before kickoff because I wasn't sure what was going on. It's middle of the day on a Monday. I wasn't sure whether I was going to go out. Thankfully, I got the call off a couple of lads coming out. And yes, I have had a few beers and I'm very glad. Wunderbar was a good laugh. The trouble with Wunderbar was, despite being 6'2", I couldn't see the screens. I couldn't see the screens. So we actually went around the corner and went to the Mayfair, which was a lot better. Hey, Callum Wilson, who scored that goal, started riling up as he came on. It was a great atmosphere. It was a great win. Very happy man. Obviously, Bellingham got the goal scoring started. Fantastic header. The thing with Bellingham is, for me anyway, let me know your thoughts on Bellingham down below. Young lad, 19 years old. We talk about Mbappe being 23 now. Feels like he's been around forever. Bellingham, I feel like, has been on the cards for so many years. I think this is his tournament. I really do. And it's strange because I don't watch a lot of football outside of Newcastle generally, outside of the Premier League. And there's a lot of bump for Bellingham. There's a lot of hype for Bellingham. And I follow it. I go with it. He looks like a very young, talented guy. In a way, I feel like he's just announced himself today. He was so good today. He plays in that kind of holding role with Rice, but generally, I think Rice has got enough against Iran. It'll be interesting to see how he changes it in the coming games. But I think Rice had enough to hold it on his own, and Bellingham had that freedom to almost play, for the Newcastle fans, put the specs back on, the kind of Bruno role, where he can play that role, he can clear up, he can win the ball, he can take fouls, but he can also push, he can also go forward, and I thought he was very good today, and I really hope he can continue that this tournament. I should say as well, obviously, on a Monday at 1 o'clock, I didn't think I was gonna come out. Friday against the USA, I think that was a big thing as well today. I thought if we go out and win today, get the World Cup hype, we'll see everybody on Friday for the USA game on a Friday night. I know a lot of people will work. I did a poll earlier on today on my Instagram. Check it out in the link if you fancy it. Was, are you sitting at home /work with a cup of tea, or are you going out? Most people said work / cup of tea at home because it was a terrible time, and that wasn't really helping the hype of the World Cup. But I feel like we've gone out, we've got a big win, and hopefully that will help us sail through. Obviously, Saka got himself a goal, great goal. I really hoped Saka would play. I was disappointed that Foden didn't start. I thought Harry Kane is world class. Harry Kane is a world class striker. I will say that I think Trippier is the best right back in the world right now. Take that as you will, black and white glasses back on and off. He is so good. He is potentially world class. He's so good. Foden, if he isn't already world class, he is so close. And I actually think it was mad that we didn't play him. But in fairness, Sterling played, Sterling scored, a great finish from him. We go in at half-time up, and at that point, it was a bit of a training ground game. Iran didn't look too up for it. In fairness to them, they got a goal. Little arms, Pickford couldn't quite reach it. If Nick Pope was in net, he would have saved it. That's all I'm saying. Couldn't get there, and then obviously they had to score right at the end just to take the buzz down a notch. But generally, we were the better team. We had all the possession. Strangely, one of the big things going into this game was the fact that defensively in the last few tournaments, or especially in the Euros, we hadn't conceded up till the very end of the tournament. So for anyone doing World Cup fantasy football, who probably doubled up on English defence because of how well we've done previously, not the case today. But I think we learned a lot today. I thought, as I say, I thought Bellingham did really well. Maguire gets his chance for the header very early on, and I'm honestly thinking it hits the crossbar, it bounces out, and I'm thinking 0 to hero. I'm thinking literally, if that goes in, that is Maguire's 0 to hero moment, and it misses. What happens later on? Iran's first goal was that Maguire's fault. The bloke runs past him. Maguire is stood in the mud, runs straight past him and scores. But what do you expect from someone who's not played a game in a very, very long time? So it's a bit 50-50 on that one. But otherwise, one thing that Maguire does add is a lot of height and pressure on set pieces. And let's not forget, in the last World Cup, England scored 40-50% of our goals from set pieces. And what does Maguire add? A giant forehead at the back stick. So I get it. I can see why Southgate played him. Would I trust him as much in some of the bigger games to come? Possibly not. You can let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your thoughts generally on the lineups down below. Let me know your thoughts on the score lines down below. It's a win. It's 3 points in the group. We will see how Wales and USA get on later on. Obviously, the best result really is a draw. And at that point, you know, the group's kind of ours. And I do think that's why Southgate did opt for the 4 at the back. Let's go for it. But generally, the atmosphere in the Gates night was cracking. Tonight, this afternoon, it is getting a little bit dark. It was fantastic. Cannot wait for Friday. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below. Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to cover a bit of England and a bit of the World Cup as we go through this month. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.